Hey y'all, welcome back to the BTSI Show podcast. My name is Christopher J. Thank you guys for tuning in on SoundCloud and watching me on YouTube. This podcast is brought to you by the BTSI Show for exclusive content, ideas, thoughts, what's going on in my head. The everyday, you know what it is. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, the BTSI Show. Make sure to like my page on Facebook. Also, subscribe to me on YouTube. I've been talking about it for months. Dooley Does It is finally here. Go follow Dooley_does_this on Twitter, Instagram, and make sure to subscribe to him on YouTube. We have 3 videos up. First one is Chop Talk. Y'all gonna enjoy that. Second video he has is on Roy Jones Jr. And he did upload a 3rd video. I'm telling y'all, this is the best. Comedic timing, sports, knowledge. And trust me, he has another thing coming real soon, so y'all need to be ready for that. But until then, Dooley Does It. Go follow him on social media and go subscribe to him on YouTube. But let's get into it because Lord knows I've been waiting to talk about this. The views that Christopher J expressed does not reflect the views of anybody else affiliated with the BTSI Show. Actually, before I get to what I want to talk about, I'm going to start something. The Choke Artist Hall of Fame. Now, this past Sunday, I was at Diablo's. We had a mini class reunion there. And while we was enjoying ourselves, the game was on. Texas A&M versus UCLA. Texas A&M was up 44-10 somewhere in the 3rd quarter. How the hell did you get UCLA drop 35 on you? An unanswered 35 point. Should Kevin Sumlin be fired? No, I'm not going to say that. Not yet. Not yet, but Jesus Christ. I'm over here sitting there trying to enjoy myself with some friends I ain't seen in a long time, and I really, and I also gonna bring that up at the end of the show about my class reunion. But, oh Lord, you can't do Texas like this. You can't embarrass Texas like this. The Kevin Sumlin in the, what year is this? 2017 Texas A&M Aggies football team has been inducted into the Choke Artist Hall of Fame. If there's anybody you want to induct into the Hall of Fame as well, hit me up, let me know. I'll look into it, and we'll get the paperwork started. But let's go ahead and continue. I am located in Houston, Texas. So, of course, you know, we was hit by Hurricane Harvey. I'm okay. My wife is okay. Our unborn child is still active. So everything is good. When I tell you this city was underwater, man, this city was underwater. And thoughts and prayers go out to the family who have lost somebody in this flood. I know Beaumont is going through it or trying to recover. And also, on that note, I do have my thoughts and prayers for out the people in Florida and all along that East Coast. Because I just checked right now, Hurricane Irma, it just upgraded to a Category 5. So I'm praying. Now, with all that being said, what was outside of the hurricane and J.J. Watt raising all that money? What was the highlight of this hurricane? Lakewood Church and Joel Osteen. According to the reports, multiple reports, and social media, right, social media, Joel Osteen did not open his sanctuary for people who are in need of a shelter. A quick backstory of Lakewood Church. The Houston Rockets used to play in that same arena At one point in time, it was called a Compact Center. It was called something else prior to that. I just can't remember. I'm pretty sure if you go watch Straight Outta Compton, they have the arena, the original name of that arena on there somewhere. But the Rockets used to play there. That's about 15 to 16,000 seats. Around that number. Actually, yeah, a little bit around that number. So when the Rockets wanted to transition to the current Toyota Center in the middle of downtown, Lakewood came up right behind them, bought the church, renovated it up, did everything, and now Lakewood Church, it is what it is that you see today. The word is that Joel Osteen didn't want to let nobody in, that the floodgates, they're checking around the area. Now, and you had this one person that took a video camera, went up there, said, ain't nothing flooded, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Since then, Joel Osteen has been getting dragged through social media. He's not caring. He's not doing the Lord's work. He's only thinking about himself. He is only there to collect people's money and not serve the community. I think, even from the outside looking in, because granted, I'm not a member of Lakewood. I got my own church I go to. But at the same time, I know when things like common sense need to kick in for people, but it don't, because not only common sense is not that common, people are emotional. And when a pastor's reported net worth is $40 million, and also he stays in a $10 million house, a lot of people don't like that. But without a backlash and ridicule, Joel Osteen opened a church, made it a shelter, treated the community that needed help. And people say, well, you see what social media does? Make things move faster. Joel Osteen's not all that holy like he say he is. Some of you guys need to shut the hell up. Here's Joel Osteen this past Sunday in response to the foolishness of social media.
There's been so much misinformation about the church last week. I wanted to clarify a few things. This building... So... All right. All right, thank you. Yeah. Okay, God bless y'all. Be seated. I should let y'all have the mic. You wouldn't say it as nice as me today, but... Well, you know, with so much misinformation, I just want to clarify a few things. This building flooded back in 2001 when the Rockets were still playing basketball here. There was over 5 feet of water in this lower bowl area. Knowing that, when we took possession, we installed large floodgates all around the building. Last Sunday morning, during all the rain, the waters came within a foot or maybe 2 of breaching the walls and flooding the building once again. Without those floodgates, we wouldn't be in here today. The water started receding. The water started to recede late Sunday, maybe into Monday. We felt it was safe to start taking people in on Tuesday. If we had opened the building earlier and someone was injured, or perhaps it flooded and people lost their lives, that would be a whole different story. And I'm at peace with taking the heat for being precautious, but I don't want to take the heat for being foolish. And it's easy for people to make judgments from a distance without having all the information. Some people that don't know the facts and that don't want to know the facts will continue to try to stir things up. They would love to discredit the ministry and lessen our voice, but can I tell you, they're not that strong. The forces that are for us are greater than the forces that are against us. And I realize this is not just an attack on me. It's an attack on what we stand for faith, for hope, for love. Jesus even said, when the world hates you, remember it hated me first. I don't pay any attention to the negative chatter on social media. Never read the negative comments. If you let social media run your life, you'll never fulfill your purpose. My reputation is in God's hands. He knows how to protect, how to vindicate, how to promote. That's why I'm at peace. I know we did the right thing. The truth is, we won't reach our destinies without opposition. David in the scripture wouldn't have taken the throne without Goliath. Goliath was ordained by God to help David become who he was created to be. David faced this same thing. He said in Psalm 35, I am attacked by people I don't even know. David, I feel your pain. And you didn't have social media, David. He went on to say, they slander me without a cause, hurling at me all kinds of profanity. He had people trying to discredit him, lessen his influence, but they couldn't stop him. The key is stay on the high road. You don't have to defend yourself, defend the church, defend me. Some people are never going to like us. This is not the time to get riled up, try to prove your point. We overcome evil with good. We bless those that don't like us. We do good to those that talk bad about us. We understand they cannot keep us from our destiny. Isaiah said, no weapon formed against you will prosper, and every tongue raised in judgment you will show to be in the wrong. There have been some voices raised against us in judgment, but by our actions we can show them to be in the wrong. By doing the right thing, by taking care of the hurting, by loving our enemies, by living a life of integrity, that speaks louder than our words. And this is what Lakewood has been doing for the last 58 years, starting back with my parents, being a lighthouse of hope and healing to our city and to our world. And I'm honored to be doing life together with you, faithful, committed people. I know you have my back. You come each week, you watch, listen, give, and serve. I know how loyal you are, but can I tell you, I have your back. I'm going to keep encouraging you, challenging you, speaking faith, declaring favor, health, wisdom, restoration, the fullness of our destinies. Here's my challenge. Let's stay together. With all the divisiveness in our society, the disrespect, the hatred, now more than ever, we need to stay united in faith. In the tough times, your friends may be busy, your co-workers may be gone, but you can always count on your family. We here at Lakewood, we're your family. We love you, we care for you, we need you. We won't be as good as we should be without you. We need your love, your smile, your praise, your encouragement, your service. Stay plugged in, stay committed. Together we are better. And yes, the storm has come, but like Isaiah said, it's not going to prosper. Right now, God is fighting your battles. He's pushing back the forces of darkness. As the heat gets turned up, that just means we're going to shine even brighter. We're coming into a new season, a season of greater influence, greater effectiveness, greater abundance. We've seen God do it in the past. How many of you believe He's going to do it again?
All right, that was Mr. Joel Osteen. Now, let's go ahead and break some of that down real quick before I get to my other points. All right, first thing he said is the floodgates were 1 to 2 feet being compromised. So, okay, understandable. That's why you had the floodgates there. Now, people say if the floodgate wasn't compromised, shouldn't he let people in? Genius says you do know rain comes from the sky. You do know that rain can penetrate rooftops. Those in Houston know about it because go ask them how their businesses and their homes looking. Rain came down. How do you guys know rain didn't compromise the roof? How you know it didn't get through the vents and get inside? You don't know. And at the same time, Joel Osteen, his ministry, didn't know either. That's why, second point, they took precaution. They wanted to see, was any part of the church compromised? Go look and see how big that sanctuary is. From what I was, if I remember correctly, that hold about 16,000 seats. What if he mentioned it, Rockets used to play there, and the floor got flooded 5 feet. 5 feet. The average height for a woman is 5'5". Average height for men is 5'10". So I'm gonna need y'all to use your common sense on that one. Let me see not only one or a couple of areas of the church is good. I need to see the whole premise is good, because if something bad would have happened, Lakewood would have got sued. See, you guys are saying, oh, open the door, we need shelter, we need shelter. We know that, but we're not stupid. We're not going to let you in this area if it's not safe. Not at all, because believe it or not, Joel Osteen, his ministry, is not going to say this. I'm going to say it. People are looking for a paycheck. Yes, I said it. People are looking for a paycheck. Let a piece of debris from the roof that is soggy, let it fall down on you. Let it hit your eye. That's a lawsuit right there. Y'all saying what? Because a little debris hit you? No, because the city of Houston can say your place of business was not safe enough to take in people. So there, not only you gonna get sued by whoever, we're gonna, as the city of Houston, we're gonna fine you. See, common sense. People don't use this these days. And let me address another point. People from social media are people from the distance. People that want to judge from the distance but don't know what is going on. That one sensitive bum ass dude that took the video and went to the front door and say, oh look, this place is cool, yada yada yada. They could have let it in. No, you dumbass. Did you go inside? Did you walk inside the building? No. Did you go walk around to see if the building was in safe condition? No. So how would you know? That's judging from a distance. Stay your ass to the back. Now, another thing is, people, let me say it if I haven't said it already. Joel Osteen net worth is $40 million. He stays in a $10 million house. A lot of people from the middle class and the lower class does not like that, because they believe we give our money, but you're just putting it in your pocket and you take it home while we still struggling, yada yada yada. I'm going to say this to you guys. Tithes is another word translated for 10% of your income, and offerings, whatever you deem necessary. Could be as little as a penny, could be $1 million, whatever. Offering, that's your choice. Once you give your offering, number one, you're giving it out of love, and number two, you're giving it to God. And here's what God's saying: after you give your 10% and you give your offering, what happens to the money after that is none of your damn business. Obviously, God did not say the word damn. It is none of your business after you get that money to the church. Here's what God is saying: as long as you give out of love, like I told you to do, I will take care of you. Those who want to misuse my money, whether it be God's people or the people of the church, God is saying, you let me deal with that. That has no concern of yours. Fall back. Do what I tell you to do. And stop worrying about something that has nothing to do with you. So, if outside of the Joel Osteen's net worth and staying in a $10 million house, God is saying, if Joel Osteen or any of my ministry is misusing my monies, I will take care of them. That's all you need to know. But until then, continue to give. out of love. Some of y'all give with no love and expecting immediate results. That's why you're still in the position that you're in. So keep that in mind. Now, Joel Osteen said he don't need nobody to defend him. More or less, I wouldn't call this me defending Joel Osteen. This is just simply me telling the world I'm sick and tired of all this ridicule going towards God's people. And I'm going to continue to stand up for God's people. It's bad enough people don't want to see other people win. It's worse when people don't want to see God's people win. That's all it is. And people got their facts off of social media. Social media is not 100% factual. You need to go down and do your research. Had you called and talked and waited and listened to Joel Osteen, you would understand why opening the doors was a bad idea. And why someone needs to walk through that church. I don't know how many acres that church is sitting on, but you need more than one person to walk that church. Like I said, the Houston Rockets used to play there. 16,000 people can sit in that sanctuary. One person is not going to walk that church in 30 minutes, an hour, maybe even a whole day. So what Joel Osteen do? Took the high road, which he should. And someone said, why he take the high road? Well, y'all don't get mad when Beyonce take the high road, and a lot of people throw criticism her way, but y'all want to say something when God's people do it. But that's neither here or there, but I do love Beyonce. And another thing that was brought to my attention that I know happened, because this happens at every church across the world, he decided to do tithes and offerings. Those of you who've been in church, which is not a lot of you, that's what they do every Sunday, no matter the crisis. Can you biblically support that God said, do not give your money to the church after a crisis? If anything, that right there is to test your faith. How much do you trust God now when something bad is happening? Let me read you these 4 verses. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Malachi 3:10. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessings that there will not be room enough to store it. 2 Corinthians 9, verses 7. Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God's love and cheerful giver. Real quick, I just said that. Some of you guys don't do that right there. Some of y'all give money just to give it. Be like, all right, I'm expecting something back. Where's the love? That's your problem right there. If you want to know why you give tithes and offerings and you don't see no results, go read 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7, and thank me later. But pray to God that you fix that amongst yourself. But last but not least, Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. So on that last verse, what's it going to be? There's only 2 options. You got to choose one. So, and I know I had a little bit of a debate with this brother. I'm not going to say his name. Pretty much, my quote to that particular video is this: people are going to hate regardless. Let them rot while they do it. That's me saying, yes, we would like to save everybody, but do understand this: we don't save nobody. We're just gardeners. All we do is plant the seed. We may put some water on the seed, but it's up to God to get the plant to grow. All I'm doing is planting the seed. and doing what I need to do. You can't save everybody, unfortunately. And unfortunately, every flower you plant doesn't always grow. Here's his response. All right, but their floodgates were never breached. Everybody in town knew that maybe their area would flood during the hurricane. You respect him for common knowledge? Any business funded by the gratitude of the community, it sits and has a moral obligation to lend a hand when the community is in need. If my church did it, why didn't the multi-million-dollar megachurch do it? No way they could get sued for that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an emotional response. I don't know what church this gentleman goes to, but it's not Lakewood. What do I mean by it's not Lakewood? Sir, here's my response to that comment. Your church is not as big as Lakewood. I'll bet any money in the world. Your church may not even be 10% of Lakewood. That church holds around 16,000 people. I highly doubt your church holds 1,000. I'm just going to be real. So it is a lot easier for your church to open the door for the community, because probably one person could walk through your church and quickly see is there any breach, if there is a safety concern. Lakewood, their task is a little bit harder than most people. Damn near all of them. So that's why your church won't get sued, because you just need one person to probably walk around that church to make sure everything's checked and clear. Hopefully they did their due diligence to make sure that church was checked and clear. Because had they opened that church and something bad would happen, God forbid, that's a lawsuit that the church is going to lose all the time. So with Lakewood case, it's just that their timetable of checking the church is going to be longer. It may take a whole day or two to make sure that the church is not totally breached. And also, my good man, what you need to understand is the whole damn city was underwater. The richest area you could possibly think of was underwater. How do you know that How did you know that Joel Osteen was trapped or not? How did you know people that worked at the church was trapped in their street or not and probably couldn't leave? Because you do need to understand. A lot of people were advised to stay home for a reason. You couldn't go nowhere. If you go somewhere, chances are you would have died. Thank God for the people that was able to show up to the sanctuary and was able to do a walkthrough to make sure that it was sanitary. But here's a logical side of it. Do not open that doors until every inch of that building has been walked through and has been checked off. Even if one area in that building is unsanitary, don't open that door. That's just the business side of it. See, here's the thing. When it comes to business, there's really no emotion to it. There's always logic. Now, whether Joel Osteen made a logical or emotional decision, I'll let him decide that. Matter of fact, he's not even worried about that, because like he said, he'll take the blame for being precautious, but he's not going to take the blame for being a fool, which I understand, because I wouldn't do the same thing neither. I'll open the doors when I'm good and damn well ready. That's how I would have said it. So, that's pretty much my show for today, people. And real quick before I go, like I said, I had a small class reunion. I know we were supposed to have it. You're supposed to have class reunions probably in the summertime or in the late springtime, but our schedules kept changing, dates kept changing, a lot of things kept changing, and a lot of people just had a lot of input into it, but not no funds put into it. With the hurricane, what one of my closest friends did, Diane, she decided to let's do a what do you call it? Let's meet up at Amity Park, which is right near our old high school, Hastings High School, and let's bring stuff to take to the shelters, like clothes, water bottles, that type of stuff. We did that and it was cool. And I hinted at the idea like let's still meet up, like hang out one night, all of us. We went ahead and met at Diablo's on Richmond. Dog, I cannot tell you how much fun I had. I haven't had that much fun probably in a long time. Meeting up with friends that you haven't seen in 10 years, and of course, on our case, our senior year ended on a sad note. Rest in peace to Ralph and Monsi. I just said let's just meet up one time, cause let's just go out like we were supposed to go out. We was lit. We turned up for it. I'm saying that to say is that I know with all social media, we see what we're all doing, and that's about it. But if people just like to keep it on social media, and that's another thing that Joel Osteen said on Sunday. Don't allow social media to run your life. Leave social media alone. Go out. Call the people that you haven't seen in a long time. Say, let's meet somewhere. Let's meet at the bar. Let's go out to like Dave and Buster's main events. Or let's go to a park. Let's just meet up and have fun and hang out. I never had that much fun with my high school friends in a long time. I'm just telling everybody, leave social media alone. Call them up, see how they're doing. Let's all meet up. And trust me, me and my friends, we're going to do it again real soon. Because, like I said, that was probably the best fun we all had in a long time. Get off social media and go meet somebody. Hang out with them. 4 or 5 hours. Trust me, it's something more magic. That's more magical than whatever social media will bring to you. Other than that, people, hey, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.